everybody. This is Waldorf.
And Stetler.
Now we're moving on to Battle Report 223.
200 and what?
263. That's what I said.
Yeah.
You weren't listening.
263.
You don't listen well.
Yeah, was that what it was? I think you're on your meds again.
Let me get that picture. You need that ear horn thing?
Yeah.
Because you're not listening well.
Okay, Joe Biden, I think you need to straighten out your teeth.
Kingdom of Equitaine versus the Infernal Dwarves.
At Huzzah Hobbies.
Yep. Playing Blonde Beer again. Except it's not really him.
Yes.
Just
his emblem.
Just his picture.
Yeah.
There we go with my list. Continuing on, if you didn't watch the last one, this is the second game I'm playing with Shamanism instead of Druidism.
Don't one of your aspirants have a banner?
Both aspirants have a banner. What, it doesn't say so?
It just says champion.
Doesn't say so. They have banners.
I just noticed. I remember the conversation specifically
They
about
did.
that. Yes.
I dropped a Knight of the Realm and gave them banners.
Yeah.
I've been doing that wrong for the last few photos.
And I just noticed that.
That's a good point.
Okay.
I didn't notice it at all. So anyway, we're going to play the Infernal Dwarves, and they have a Prophet Engineer, who is a general, master of alchemy.
Oh, more alchemy.
He has the Kadim bindings. He's
Okay.
got the Beshul mechanism. This is the thing that gives, it's like the raise dead, but it works on Kadim. Raises
Okay.
wounds on the
Oh.
Kadim.
I thought it was some kind of sexual device or something.
Okay. And the Tablet of Ashrok, where he steals, it's like the elven thing, where
Yep.
he steals a token from me, veil token. Vizier with, he was a BSB with Basalt Infusion, Willow's Ward, Potion of Strength, Rod of Battle, and the Banner of the Relentless Company.
Rod of Battle. Wow.
Yeah, he likes that. He actually used it one time in this game and got it to go off and then forgot it in the next round of combat.
Oh, okay.
So, anyway. Because he didn't use it in his round of combat, he cast it on a unit that ended up getting charged
Okay.
and forgot it was on
Forgot it
him.
was on him, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, he needs a card or something to mark
Yeah.
it. But 15 Infernal Warriors with a Musician,
Okay.
30 Hobgoblins with Musician, Standard, and Bows,
Mm-hmm.
and Weapon and Shield guys. 17 Citadel Guard with full command, Flintlock Axes, and a Flaming Standard.
Okay.
An Infernal Engine with Shrapnel Guns.
Okay.
5 Toroks with a Musician, paired weapons and shields.
These are just the regular ones, not the big ones.
Not the anointed guys, the big
Yep.
giant guys. An Armored Giant and 22 Immortals.
Okay.
Full command, Infernal Weapons, Flaming Standard.
Okay.
Oh, and 5 Kadim Incarnates.
Incarnates. Okay.
Because there's no reason to have this mechanism unless you have Incarnates.
Yeah.
Kadim, I should say.
Hmm.
However you do it. So, we're going to be playing Dawn Assault and Capture the Flags.
Okay.
Terrain-wise, starting on the top left is a hill, forest up top, water feature in the center. Over on the right is a field.
Okay.
On the bottom left is a ruin. There's a fence back here by me, fence up here towards the center, and an impassable right in the middle of my deployment zone. Well, off to the right of my deployment zone.
Okay.
So he elected to not deploy in the 18 inches over here to the right, and I can't deploy in the 18 inches to the left
Right.
for the Dawn Assault.
Okay.
Capture the Flags. All my horse-mounted knights are scoring. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 scoring.
Are the Kadim scoring? I don't know.
The Kadim are not,
Okay.
but he's got the Hobgoblins.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a unit of dwarves back here too,
Mm-hmm.
out of the picture.
Okay.
And he's got that. So, and my scouts have not been placed at this
So
point.
they're not just staring at each other.
I just thought that was a neat way to
Yeah.
deploy him. With Alchemy, he's got the Molten Copper, the blah 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 blah, Quicksilver Lash.
Something spike. I can't remember what it's called.
It's the Silver Spike,
Silver spike. Thank
I
you.
think. And the Word of Iron, Quicksilver Lash, Molten Copper. Yeah,
Okay.
everything bad. The thing that brings back wounds on Kadim, and the Incarnates, it brings back 2 wounds per casting.
Yep.
Rod of Battle, +1 to hit, and Alchemy is, he does even have this, and he didn't put it down. Oh well. That's what it is.
Yep.
This time he elected to take Awaken the Beast, Chilling Howl.
Mm-hmm.
2 reasons, minus the cast and the -1 to wound on the shooting.
Right.
Double duty on this game.
Mhm.
I like that. I love this spell. I love this against an army with shooting.
Yep.
Totemic Summons, and went with Breath of the Lady this time.
Okay. Have you used that before?
Not very much lately.
Yeah. Okay.
I used it at first and then kind of went away from it. The problem is it's a high casting cost.
Yeah.
It's like a 9-11. So 9 if it's within 12 and 11 at 13, 36. So it's a bit high of a casting cost.
Yeah, I agree.
Not thrilled with it because of that. So there you have it. So deployed. He he's already made his first turn.
Yep. And you put your guys down here in front of the house.
I put all my guys here. The only ones I can really do much against is the giant, and of course his wolf riders back here, and his hobgoblins if it comes to that. But I'm not going to do a lot against these tough 4 armored guys over here. So I wanted to repeat the performance these guys had against the last giant they faced, and just pepper a guy. Is what I'm hoping.
Okay.
So he is moved, and it's going to be my move. He moves up, and also again stayed out of range. So when his guy came forward, he doesn't have much he can do on the first turn. He did manage to get a lash off on one of these guys. So, yeah, he got a. Wow, we can skip 2 things. All right. My first turn, I came up to where you see now.
Okay.
This must be my turn. I came up to where you see now, and have all these guys to fire into this guy, into the giant. Why does this look like top of turn 2? Looks like he's already gone on the second turn, because he killed 3 of these guys.
Yep.
3 of these guys are dead. A Grail Knight's dead. This must have been after turn 2.
Or it's just he just cast and you're just showing his casting effects
But I wasn't there.
because he hasn't moved.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So it's just one of this. Must be turn 2.
Okay.
So we shoot him up and can't do anything to him. The giant charges, chases the unit of brigands away.
Okay.
Fails his redirect because he was hoping to chase them both.
Right.
Especially this one going back through the building would have been bad for me, but
Yep.
losing half of them. But he fails his redirect and ends up where you see him. The yeomen were out of his arc when they moved off to the right. And that's my spells. I got Chilling Howl off on his unit, which is a 12-inch bubble, which gets everything important because the shrapnel gun's way out of
range
shooting at this point. It ain't hit me yet. There we go. And of course,
I'm sorry. Would you say we're playing flags?
we're playing flags.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and his idea is just to plink away at the Grail Knights, and they're the small units that he can chip away at.
Yep. There's no objective, so he doesn't have to come forward. So he might as well try to shoot you.
Okay. Yep. Correct. So he brought his. He did something really smart here. Somebody watching the game said, "Why would you have done that?" And I was like, I immediately saw what he did. So if the Grail Knights are both in the Arc of the Giant,
yep,
without bringing this unit up, either one of these Grail Knights charge him, he'll stand for this one, the small unit.
Yep.
But if the big unit charges him, he runs, and without them, the yeomen run him off the board.
Right.
So he brought this up to stop that from happening.
Shielding. Yep. And
the yeomen can really charge nothing.
Yeah.
That's been my rule so far. We will charge nothing. Based on that exactly happens. Then his magic shoots off the 2 Grail Knights here in the center.
Okay.
And I thought after he shot off the 2 Grail Knights that he would not flee with the giant, even though he's only got 1 wound from shooting on him. I thought he would stay versus the 3 Grail Knights, because that was the only thing that could charge him.
But he did that after.
But he decided to flee. What's that?
Now you're confusing me.
What's wrong?
He fled from.
So he did this. He moved to here, and in his magic phase, shot off these 2.
Oh, okay.
So on my turn, the 3 Grail Knights charged him.
Okay.
And
I was misunderstanding the order of things. Okay.
So the 3 Grail Knights charged him, and I thought he would stay.
Yeah.
I've got 7 attacks. I probably hit him 4 or 5 times.
Right.
But I only wound him on 3, so I'm only doing 4 wounds to him, maybe 3.
Yeah.
Which gives him, now he's taken 4 wounds. Now he's got 9 attacks coming back to pound him.
Yeah,
So
but you
at
could
strength 7.
you could roll up 1 or whatever, and
Yeah, but I need 7 wounds to kill this stupid thing.
yeah, but if you get him up to, only having 2 left, that's not very nice.
For me,
Yeah,
it's not nice for me because he beats the crap out of me.
if he gets
Anyway.
things, and I mean, pretty much anything can kill it. Is at that point.
Correct, but I thought he would just
Right.
sacrifice him to beat them to do 3, because all he's got to do is get 3 wounds.
Sure.
Which he probably gets at least 2.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But moving on. So he decided to flee. You can see there.
Yep.
Grail Knights fail, charge forward.
Okay.
Peg Knights come forward.
Mm-hmm.
As though the Knights of the Realm.
Yep.
Aspirants over here stay where they are. And the
Guess he's been shooting or magicking those guys.
Brigands, well, he shot 3 earlier,
Yep.
and there's still 7 left. So those are still just the 3 he killed
okay.
from the first one. They slip over here, or rallied to that point, because they fled out
As
from
a
way
yeoman?
over here. And the yeomen just move up. So we got that. And, the thing these are only hobgoblins.
Right.
But my Peg Knights are terrified of them. I have no rank bonus, so until I kill him down to 4,
Yep.
he's steadfast.
Yep.
And his leadership 9 rerollable guy is, General and BSB are right in this area.
And the incarnates are on the flank.
And the Incarnates on the flank. So I'm terrified of this unit charging me.
Yeah. Because it'll call you.
Because it'll just sit there forever.
Actually, surprised he's that wide.
He went wide to get a few more shots in.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why. He thinks an extra 4 shots are going to be useful. But
Yeah.
anyway, he went with that. Also on this turn, I brought my BSB out of the unit and swung around to here. He's well out of alchemy range. And he the only thing shooting over here are the hobgoblins.
Why'd you think you needed him over there?
I wanted to keep these wolf riders, or whatever they hobgoblin riders, off my brigands.
Okay.
Was the idea. And I shoot over him just as well. I don't lose anything to shoot over them. And because they have volley.
Is he protecting your brigands?
As long as there's 5 of those guys, he can only clip me.
Okay.
And I'm okay with him clipping me because he's only going to win by 1 or 2.
Okay.
It was my thought. And it gives him the extra threat to double charge the giant.
Okay.
So we got that. Moving on to turn 3. Turn 3. So we're going to double charge the giant. I'm sorry. On his turn. How did I miss that?
He moves a bit.
His move, the Incarnates came over to cover. He failed to rally the giant.
So you're about the incarnates over to cover him.
Yeah, I guess I didn't show that. He failed to rally the giant. And you can see he's moved further back.
Oh,
He's
the
off the field.
incarnates are light troops, aren't they?
And the Incarnates fly over and take
Yeah,
their flyers.
I forgot about that, yeah.
So he comes over to protect the giant. So
Shouldn't they light that field on fire?
I think they should.
Yeah.
I think they should, yeah.
I think they should. I think you have to replace it with a scorched field.
It turns into a ruin.
Yeah.
So like I said, we're going to charge them.
Okay.
And that's really and this Wolf Riders, these 5 Hobgoblin Riders that sat up here took the 10 shots hitting him on 3s. Sorry, 11 shots hitting him on 3s. And the 5 shots hitting him on, I don't think they even moved, so hitting him on 4s.
Yeah.
Here. And took no damage.
Okay.
Just ignored me. On his turn, then to make matters worse, on his turn he makes his march test and just runs between me and turns around.
Yep.
They don't have bows, so at least they're not shooting at me.
Okay, there is that.
Over here, I move forward. On this side, push forward. And just to tie up this unit, the brigands come forward into the ruins.
Okay.
And just trying to be a problem.
Yeah.
The aspirants you can see over here were off on the left. They were over here, kind of in the bottom left.
Yep.
They did a quick moved over, and then wheeled back.
Right.
These 3 wide knight blocks are very maneuverable, even without a BSB.
Yep.
I mean, without a musician. So over here, we go into it. We're going to try it.
Looks like only one guy went in.
Yeah, because the Grail Knights failed.
Okay.
He charged in and did 3 wounds. You can see him 3 wounds back there. He actually did 4 he got 4 wounds through, but he ward saved the killing the renown shot.
Oh, okay.
He makes 1 out of 4 ward saves, and it was against the renown attack.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, great. But at least he's down to 9 guys fighting me back.
Yeah.
And then he did fail his. Did he fail his test? He must have failed his test, but to reform.
Okay.
And fights me back and does 2 wounds to me, by the way,
Oh, that's nice.
in his turn.
Yeah.
Because the guy in the back's gone. Okay. Yeah, not good. Elsewhere over here, yeah, back to me, back to him. Did I kill 2 models? Maybe so. Not sure how this worked. Something seems to be weird because there's 2 models missing, not 1. Oh, they crumble. Sorry.
Right.
I won the combat. He crumbled off the other one.
Okay.
Got it. And he, like I said, he failed his reform check, or he would have brought the guy back. So there we have that.
Well, he also maintains his rank bonus.
Yeah, that was my. Well, he
He
has
doesn't
none,
have one of
light
these
troops.
light troops. Yeah. Never mind.
So back to his turn, and
It looked like his turn was
we
like your
skipped
turn.
his turn. We just decided to blow through his
Yeah.
turn and ignore it. On his turn, he killed the BSB.
Okay.
And the BSB again. It's funny. BSB again does 4 wounds to him.
Mm-hmm.
1 renown hit. He
Right.
wards off the 1 renown hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then killed my BSB.
Okay.
So BSB dies. The Wolf Riders, the Hobgoblin Wolf Riders, had charged into the brigands and killed them, chased them off.
So you weren't able to shoot him off.
2 rounds of shooting and I can't kill them.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? So now I'm irritated. So the other unit of yeomen comes up and chaffs both the small units.
Okay.
My Knights of the Realm come forward. They've taken 2 wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Miscast has cost me a wound on my mage.
Okay.
I do have Chilling Howl off on the shrapnel guns.
Okay.
And I had put +1 strength on the
Aspirants.
and they charged into the incarnates.
And wiped him out.
Wiped them out, and then I needed a 9, I think, to overrun into the giant, and rolled like a 5 or 4, and didn't make it. But everything else is closing in. Now I've lost.
So where's his Wolf Riders now?
His Wolf Riders did finally get shot off
Okay.
after all that nonsense. After they killed the
Brigands.
brigands, unless
Okay.
that's them down there, but I think they're dead.
And then he killed
He
your...
shot
Oh, no, he didn't kill your brigands down here.
He shot 3 of them, and they panicked and ran, and then made their 5-up
Okay.
leadership check to rally.
There you go.
Because this unit's kind of pinned; they're just shooting.
Right.
And so right now he's I think he's killed 3 of my units because he killed off this aspirant unit that was here
Okay.
with magic.
Okay.
Alchemy just destroyed this unit.
Right.
So now he's got 2 of my scoring units, and I've actually scored none of his at this point.
Yep.
So I've got to get moving and get a scoring unit.
Yep.
And that's why I pushed into here.
Mm-hmm.
So he charged forward and killed, I chaffed him, where as you saw, he moved forward and, now that he's killed
Looks like one guy survived
he
and ran
didn't
away.
kill them all.
Yeah.
And he was like, you want me to just pick them up or you want them? I was like, you know what, I need you to roll them.
Yep.
Because if you don't manage to kill them, it has the potential of being really good for me. And he ran, but of course he's got a rerollable 9 to stand, but fail a rerollable 9 and they have to chase me and they end up out here would be deadly for him. Because he would have been stuck here in the water with this on his flank and this in his front.
And that unit might rally and get in the way of something.
Oh, this one guy? Yeah, that's correct too.
It's actually something I see people do a lot is they go, I'll just pick them up. And it's like, you should never pick anything up.
Okay. And up top...
Because it's a dice game. You
agree.
just don't know how the dice are going to fall.
Up top, the giant who failed
The last 2 times fighting
failed his
around.
redirect and then failed 2 rally checks, finally rallies.
Yep.
So he failed 3 8-ups in a row.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 8 or lower in a row. And now the brigands are kind of regretting going after him.
Yeah.
Because now they're like, oh, we have to fight him, don't we?
Aspirants.
Aspirants, sorry.
Yeah.
Um,
I was saying, oh, where's that strength 6? We need that.
yeah. Well, I was tempted to bring the Grail Knights
Yeah.
when they went into Kadem.
Right.
But at this point, like I said, I've got to get scoring units. So
Yep.
they had to leave them alone.
Yep.
And hope the aspirants can do it by themselves. So
Looks like they did.
So yeah, we've missed a couple pictures.
Yeah.
Aspirants went in and killed the giant, or
Okay.
they went in and beat the giant. He ran. He killed two of us.
Two of you, yeah.
But I did like 4 wounds to him. I had a good roll and did like
Okay.
4 wounds. Chased him, and he ran off the board.
Okay.
And we ended up there.
All right.
The Grail Knights at this point. So then what happened is
You turn those around just in case things went badly with the giant.
this big block, and the big block and the general charged into the hobgoblins.
Okay. Oh, your lance. Okay.
The lance charged into the hobgoblins because what they had done. We'll have to back up because I have terrible pictures. So he reformed to here,
Right.
where you see it.
Mm-hmm.
My turn came up, and I've got this guy over here. The Peg Knight's way over here. I mean, the general's way over here.
Okay. They were
Peg Knight's in this guy.
but okay.
So he, what did he do? So the Pegs charged him.
Okay.
The Pegs decided to charge into him. He fled
Oh, okay.
because this is. I mean, if the general charges him, he flees and goes out this way, and he's pretty much safe.
Right.
If this unit charges him first, then he's got a problem because he ends up back here, and the general can charge him a second time and keep pushing him.
Right.
So he fled from the Pegs because it lets him bounce back this way.
Okay.
Anyway, so he fled from the Pegs, and then all the Pegs. Did he flee from the Pegs? Yes, the Pegs charged into the front of redirected into the front of the hobgoblins, which were right here.
Okay.
The corner guy, this corner of the base was on the hobgoblins.
Okay.
The Knights of the Realm charged them because they couldn't get anything else over here to the left.
Okay.
And I'll show you why in a minute. And the general charged into the flank of the
Oh, okay.
hobgoblins. So these 3 units were all on the hobgoblins.
Okay. So how did the Pegasus get over there?
So the Pegs were here on the corner. They did not pursue when the hobgoblins broke and fled. They just sat there.
Okay, a little farther over.
Because they were going to go off the board.
Yeah. Okay.
They were just barely touching the corner of the
Right.
of the
Also,
hobgoblins.
you did a reform all the way onto the side.
When I hit them, these 2 units hit the hobgoblins in
Yeah.
the front. They were
Right.
only 5 wide at that time.
Yeah.
So it's only enough for 1 peg. And
Yeah.
like I said, the front of his unit was like right here.
Right.
So they just turned around because if they would have overrun, they would have gone off the board.
Right.
And at least this way, they were ready in case the giant
One.
won. Now over here, so this big unit, which was out here in the center, fled.
And your yeoman rallied.
And my single rolled snake eyes and rallied. So when the big unit fled from my charge,
Right.
they ran through this other unit of dwarves and the Toroks.
Mm-hmm.
Both fled as well.
Yep.
He failed his rerollable 9. Oh, sorry, he failed with this. He failed his 9 and his, I don't know what these guys, 8 or 9, but he failed both checks, and they all 3 end up being running right here.
I think his units are mostly 8s, but his commanders are all like 10s.
Right, but
Yeah.
in this case, he was.
Okay.
I think he's only a 9 because he took the engineer guy as his
okay.
general.
All right.
But anyway, so then in my turn, in my magic phase, I didn't need any help here.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to help the aspirants. He made sure they didn't happen because I wanted to bump their strength. I still managed to win. So with my last dice, I pulled the totemic summons
Yep.
and brought him in here
Okay.
to the flank of all this fleeing stuff
Mm-hmm.
because I figured I got next turn as my last chance.
Yep.
So I'm hoping something doesn't make it.
Right.
It is turn 6 coming up.
Yep.
There we go. I put it in the wrong place. So there's what I was charging.
Okay. This is earlier.
This is earlier.
So we're going back in time.
So apparently went back in time.
Yep.
I moved that slide so I'd figure out where it was, but I apparently put it in the wrong spot.
Okay.
So anyway, so his turn comes up. He rallies. He's got just enough to go 3 wide with 2 in the back.
Okay. So everybody rallies.
And all 3, of course. This unit rallied. Now all these are rerollable 9s.
Yep.
So everybody rallies.
Yep.
Turns and faces there. There you go. Which is unfortunate. And the guy comes over here to shoot at because
The knights. Yep.
the knights to try to get them off the table as well,
And you circled that totemic summons.
just to make sure that he was spotted.
Okay.
He shoots me, does a wound.
Okay.
Not much to worry about there. The mage on the bottom of 6, the mage leaves the unit. You can see he shot me up pretty good between magic and shooting. But the mage leaves the unit and moves 16 over here.
So now you
back to the bottom of
your
6.
turn 6. Okay.
Bottom of turn 6. He shot me up, but I made my panic check and stuck around.
Okay.
The general on the turn 6 just flew out to sit in front of this tank just because he could.
Okay.
He's taunting it. The mage make the march test did the dangerous terrain check to walk out of these woods and get to 16.
Okay.
So she gets close to the totemic summons to try to help him out, and she managed to get off +1 strength on him.
Okay.
So the totemic summons, charges, uses breath weapon, and then fights, kills 4 of the 5 Torok. He does nothing back to me. So I win by 5. He has a 4 up to stand and makes it.
Oh, that's too bad. Okay.
Yeah, because if he breaks at this point, then I've killed 2 of his scoring and he's killed 2 of mine. So it's a pure luck thing whether it makes it or not.
Right.
But I mean, I probably shouldn't have done 4 wounds to him.
Right.
But one way or another, he stands, and which leaves him with the objective, of course.
Yep.
And there he is. Guys rallied, and I've still got the 2 units over here.
Okay.
The Peg Knights just flew out of the way. Nothing to do there. And there he is, gloriously standing. So it ended up being it was a 60-point difference, and I think it was in his advantage, mainly because of my charging a BSB alone into Cadim's.
Yep.
Is never a good idea.
Usually not.
Without a flame ward.
Yeah.
It just seems like a bad idea now that I think about it. So it ended up being a 10-10 game. I think he had a 60 or 70 point advantage. But it was 10-10. He had the objective, so he's going to win.
Yep.
I'll point out the same thing I pointed in the last game. Why are my yeomen all the way out here to the right?
Yeah.
Anyway, any of my friends that see me playing, just please, don't let me do this. I get enamored with shooting, and it's like, what? Yeah, that's not what they're there for. I wish you could take away their bows. Their bows aren't optional equipment.
I told you can switch them out for throwing weapons.
No, because then I'll just do the same thing but get closer.
Well, this should be close.
That's a good point.
At least you won't be over here on the flank.
That's a good point. Anyway, so that's just, it's dumb, and I keep doing it. And of course, I don't think it needs to be said, the BSB should not have been charging the Kadim.
Yeah.
They're too good for them to be charging. And again, I'm holding the yeoman on this side kind of back.
Right.
Because I just don't want them to get shot off. But because of that, they're not in range to jump where I need them to when I need them to.
Right.
And
they're not even facing to shoot.
Again, that's a good point. But they're not.
Yeah.
Not that I'm counting on those. Based on what I'm shooting over here and can't do anything, I don't think they're going to do anything. But I have the shots.
5 crappy shots is
correct.
Possible is better than none.
1-6 followed by a 1 or 2 on this thing, and it's a wound.
There you
go.
Or if you just got 1 wound on those.
Yes, the Toroks,
that would have been it.
The Totemic Summons finishes.
You never know when that 1 wound is going to make the difference.
No, I completely agree with you. I just need to use it in the game a little bit more. So that's it. Again, BSB should not have been charging this unit, knowing that these guys needed, I think it was a 10. Pretty likely. That's less. That's what, a 30-some% chance they make that, even with Swift Stride. Not great.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the BSB didn't need to go. It was, and got killed for it. So, that's going to do it.
Okay, till next time.
Thanks for listening.